My name is Liz Turrigiano, and I'm a mother of two and founder of Esembly. Since becoming a mother, I'm on a mission to make reusable diapering accessible and manageable for everyone. I'm born and raised in New York. Eventually, I landed what I thought was my dream job, working in advertising as an art producer. My husband is a sound designer, and it was the first time that we were both making decent money. We were like, well, we know so many people with kids that just aren't very happy. Let's just not have kids. And no joke, I think it was 8 weeks later that I found out I was pregnant with my daughter. But then she was born, and I was transformed by motherhood. I knew that I wanted my time away from her to be doing something that felt really, really purposeful. I had a lot of hesitations about what motherhood was going to be, and one of them was I had a deep fear of losing my focus on sustainability. I knew that throwing away a day's worth of diapers was probably more trash than my husband and I created in a week. By like month 7 of my pregnancy, we were already looking into alternatives to disposable diapers. But it didn't end there. I knew that the financial benefits were also really helping our family. Once you invest in your initial stash of diapers, your only recurring expense is running your laundry twice a week and a bag of washing powder every 2 months. And disposable diapers are notorious for messy leaks and blowouts. So when you use a well-made reusable diaper, it can contain it. In June of 2009, I was approached by another producer about partnering with her on this cloth diaper service, and I was like, wow, here is this incredible opportunity to combine, my passion for sustainability with my love for my community. Diaperkind is a sustainable diapering service for New York City, so we provide diapers to families, pick them up, drop them off, and launder them. When Zoe was born, I approached my husband and said, I want to start this company and leave my job. This was really tough for us. Living in New York City, we needed 2 incomes. So Mark and I sat down at our kitchen table. So we went down our budget line by line, analyzed every expense with the goal of figuring out just how little I could afford to make. And that number would be the salary that I collected from our new company. My partner Sarah and I both worked 2 jobs while Zoe was a baby. And then she was like 8 months old. Diaperkind could finally afford to pay me. We made a lot of compromises, but I think a lot of those skills for me were learned when I was younger. Money was tight, and I watched how my parents somewhat magically gave me and my 2 siblings everything we needed by budgeting and prioritizing. And then I took those skills that I learned from my parents and brought them to being an entrepreneur. We were doing so well helping families radically reduce waste. We were washing 18 to 20,000 diapers a week, but we were limited by the geographic boundaries of the service. And so 5 years later, we started to think about developing Esembly. I got pregnant with my son at that point. The joke in the company is that I had Clyde because we needed a baby tester. Esembly is a full product line, from reusable organic diapers to skincare to storage bags to laundry products. At the same time that this was happening, we actually lost our lease at Diaperkind. I had to move out of my apartment that we lived in for 12 or 13 years. Honestly, looking back, I don't really know how I made it through it. It's just like, as a parent, you just have no choice. We moved Diaperkind to an even better space, and Esembly, got a little delayed, but it launched in late February of 2020. We're definitely more comfortable now than we were in those early days, but we're still doing that shuffle. Things in New York are so prohibitively expensive, but one of the habits that I still carry through is I try to save up and buy goods that will save me in the long run. We saved over $2,000 with Zoe by using Esembly diapers, and saved more than that with Clyde because we were able to pass those same diapers down to him. And when we save on simple things in our day-to-day, we can sort of roll that money over to something that feels really important for our family. Whether you have a lot of money or a little money, don't hide it from your kids. Let them in on how you handle the family's finances. It's been a ride, and leaving my stable job and starting the company, but I hope someday that my kids look back and also remember how exciting it was. I don't think I've legitimately had a day off in 10 years, but it gave me more freedom throughout their childhood to be able to be present in a way that I would not have been able to be had I kept my job in advertising. My advice to new parents is really just to stay true to yourself. You just have to be creative. Pick the things that you love and keep them up, even in parenthood, because the more satisfied you are as a human, the better your family is going to be overall.